thing flies. Oh. Trying to get in a hurry today so we can get home and make well, I got a call. I got a call at 3. Oh, you know what? I got to document this right now, huh? This is day in the life. First day. Day in the life. 90-90s. Getting ready to shoot with the boys. And then got a call at 3:30. And then hopefully get home in time for the Warriors game at 4:30. Celtics, let's go.
Daddy's home. I'll be in here tomorrow, dude.
You coming in to set up that cable machine? No.
Is that supposed to be tomorrow? Oh, really? Oh, that's exciting. So something I'm trying to do more of is, especially when we're doing lower body, is when I do my 90-90s, I can be guilty of just going through the motions. And what I need to be doing is really intensifying the 90-90s. Like, it's real easy for me to just kind of get in the stretch, warm up, feel good, versus really challenging myself enough to where, I mean, I'm like shaking, intensifying that, trying to gain. Oh, crap. That's when you know you're getting there. This is what you need in your life, guy.
What?
Some stretching,
like that?
some 90-90 work.
That's not the number I need.
Huh? I don't even think you can get down in this position.
99, the other one, 69. I like shitty candy. You know what I ate a bunch of the other day?
Candy corn? Candy corn is like the worst candy ever.
It is. See?
Yeah. Circus peanuts.
You talked about that on the podcast quite a few times.
Yeah, I also like candy corn. Candy corn.
That's like in the song.
And he likes shitty movies too. Shitty movies, candy corn, and circus peanuts.
Hell no. Although I hate Twizzlers. What the fuck is a Twizzler? It's not even real.
No, that's gross.
Plastic.
It's like
Yeah.
Gross.
Where's our knee straps at? We got them over here. Black cherry. Oh yes. Did you see it? We're starting a trend. I'm telling you guys right now, lukewarm, poured on ice. Obviously, I don't have that right now, but when I'm home, that is my drink of choice. Something about it makes it even more refreshing than it already is. Okay. Whoa. Let's do some dynamic stuff in my hips real quick. Leg swings for the hamstrings. I hope we get some nice pulls today. That's the hope here. Let's see how we feel. I wonder if the audience would even like a raw dog workout. I don't think they would, right? I think half of what people like on here is the music, no?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
No. They need to hear my breathing even more. No, I don't think they
Yeah,
want.
and then all our side conversation and everything.
Yeah.
In the back,
They don't want that.
and all that stuff.
People are like, that's a horrible idea. You know what else is a horrible idea? Ordering when you do deadlifts. Catch it before I do it.
Did you also see people commenting that Trina might be right? They think it counts.
Yeah, I know. Shut up, you guys. But although, if it's true, it still doesn't matter because it doesn't. This is kind of like how we use any of these tools. So let's say I get 10,000 steps a day on regular because I talk with my hands so much. So the goal is still to increase by 2,000 steps. So whatever my average was per week, which for me was like around 8,000, trying to get 10,000 now, I'm still increasing it. Whether those are attributed to hand moving or not, it's still activity that I'm increasing, right? So not to get hung up on exactly how accurate the thing is to steps. All right, here we go. Oh, let's get some Kyle weight today. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Oh. It's time. It's time to start. Big game tonight. Warriors have the Celtics. We're 6-1 on the season already.
Would you say basketball games are the most fun, like in person to go to?
Hockey's pretty sick too. I wasn't even a hockey fan until my best friend at the time. This is back in this is like 15 years ago, maybe more. My buddy Mark calls me up and he says, I've got tickets to the game tonight. Now, granted, at this time, I don't like hockey at all. I don't pay attention to it. And so I'm like, I don't want to go to a hockey game. And he goes, it's playoffs. It's Calgary versus San Jose Sharks. We got to go. I got great seats. I begrudgingly went. We sat, about 10, 12 rows off the ice, center ice. And the place was so electric that I had goosebumps all over my arms for like the whole entire first period. It was such an awesome experience. And at that time, I know very little about the rules and the strategy of the game, and instantly fell in love. Became a diehard fan the next year. And then I used to live right down the street, and I used to go to like almost every home game. And I did for several seasons. So hockey's up there with one of the best live sports that you can watch. Basketball, close, intimate is special. I think it's my favorite because it's my favorite sport, and then it's also one of the best to watch live. Football sucks in my opinion, and I've been to a ton of football games and sat at every spot you could sit.
And then
UFC I don't like either. Yeah, bro. You know what? And I've sat right on the cage. I've sat in the middle, up everywhere. Because you're looking, here's why. It's the same reason why football sucks live. There's a lot going on in a football game that the high-def cameras zoom in and let you see that you can't see off the field. Same thing with jiu-jitsu and fighting and MMA. Like, if you're on this side, and I'm on the cage, I'm on this side, and you're on the octagon over there, and you're pulling a move on that side, I can't see what's going on. I'm looking through a fence. Now, the energy in the place, any live sport, if all you care about is the energy, is awesome. So I watched Chuck Liddell beat the shit out of Jeremy Horn, which I don't know how long, you guys were probably pretty young when that happened, but Jeremy Horn and Chuck Liddell had serious beef, so much shit talking going into that fight, and Chuck told him before the fight, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, and what he did was he beat the shit out of him to where he was ready to be done, and instead of finishing him, he stood there, let him get back up, and the place, everybody was on their feet, the energy was crazy, it was like one of the most amazing events, but I'm watching it on the TV because that's where I could see everything going on. I wasn't even watching it on the ring because the TV catches more. So to me, and basketball, if you're sitting there, you're watching the court. I never once look at the TV. You're watching because you feel like you're right on the court with the players. So that matters to me, But if you like the energy and a certain fight like that, I'll never forget that UFC fight. Look that up, by the way, too. You want to see a crate. Jeremy Horn versus Chuck Liddell. We will go up today, though. So excited to see where we land. I can already feel in the pools. That's the best feeling in your programming, is when you get back around to the big ones, right? The big 4 or 5 lifts. You go to deadlift, squat, overhead press, and you start that first set or two, and the way that bar moves, and today's gonna be a good lift, it's always a good feeling. Opposite is true too. Like nothing sucks more than getting to that workout and your first set already feels kind of like a grind. It's like that, oh man, today's gonna be a rough one. Also, that's one of the things that over years of lifting, I've always tried to teach myself to be aware of. Young version of me would, whatever was in the program or what was planned that day, like let's say today's heavy deadlifting day, but let's say that first set, I was like, oh, I'm feeling my hip a little bit. The weight feels like a little bit of a grind and I'm only at 135. Young me ignores that and says, we're getting after it as hard as I can today, whatever that is. More advanced, older me goes, oh, maybe today is a day I back off intensity, slow the reps down. Maybe I keep the lightweight, work on technique because I'm already not feeling it. And then learning to, oh, I'm feeling good. Okay, if there's a day I'm gonna push weight or really get after it, it's gonna be today. So that's probably one of the hardest things about writing programs for the masses is even if we write the best programs, which I believe we do, there's that individual variance, that day-to-day difference on the client and how they feel. That when you're training one-on-one with them, I'm asking those questions, I'm feeling it out. Like if this was my client that's training us, I'd be asking, Dylan, how'd that feel? Does that feel good? Does that feel heavy? Does that feel light? Oh, and hearing you go, oh man, that felt real good, Adam. I feel really, oh good, cool, we're gonna get after it. Or you going like, I don't know, doesn't feel great today, or it felt heavy. Like as a coach or a trainer, I'm listening to that and I'm adjusting on the fly my intensity that I'm gonna apply to him or her based off of that feedback, regardless of what the program calls for. We're gonna drop down to 5 reps no matter what, because I like to go up and weight even again. So, probably going to get somewhere between 1 and 3 reps. I hope we get at least 3, but depending on how the pool feels, I will allow myself to go drop down to singles. But I'd like to get at least 2-3 reps of these. And we'll see how the grip holds up. It does feel like my grip is slowly acclimating. We are getting though to a weight where I wish I had at least some chalk. Once I start hitting 4 plates, to not be chalked up is really tough. Grip. Ah! Try it though. Some chalk would be nice. That last one, I felt the bar roll into my fingertips, so it's okay. One more set. Biggest part was I just wanted to feel that weight, get my body acclimated to that. Probably get just 2 nice pulls right here. Damn. And my hamstring. I can't catch a break right now. It's all my left side. my left hip, my left hamstring, left quad hip flexor, TFL. It hurts like a motherfucker. God, we can't even touch no heavy weight these days. Well, we're done with that. We're going in arms now. Fuck. I can't tell you how annoying it is to be doing this and be documenting it right now. I do not feel like regressing everything right now. Fuck, I'm so annoyed. Wondering if I fucking learned my lesson yet. The official answer is yes now. So 100% all my lower body stuff I'm gonna move out of strength training right now completely. Go 100% focused on just mobility, flexibility, stability, higher rep. It's just the risk right now. I was feeling so good today too. Motherfucker, man. Oh God, my hamstring hurts like a motherfucker. I wish I could describe, or I could get to the bottom of what it was that I keep feeling and doing. It's it happened in the quad when we were squatting heavy. It's now happened in the hamstring, and it's the weirdest thing ever. It's not like I'm tearing it. We would know if I tore it or did something crazy, but I get this pop, and then it's fucking hurts so bad. It feels like I have a knife in there right now. And I just need to ignore how good I think I feel, and I need to stay low rep, get my body conditioned more, focus on more mobility. I need to quit chasing the strength right now. Well, we ain't perfect, that's for sure, I tell you. Well, today we were supposed to deadlift, then I was going to do Bulgarians, and then we were going to do some arm work. I'm certainly not going to do anything in my legs today God knows how many days I'm going to have to recover from this now. I'm less mad about the injury. I'm more fucking mad at myself. Whole point of this process is to be teaching people, and yet I don't take my own advice on what I preach. I probably would never take a client and progress my client the way I have with myself the last 6 to 8 weeks, because I know better. Yet I think that I can work my way around it. Ignorant is what it is. Probably take an ice bath later, inject some BPC 157, and just pray for the best. Most likely it's just a strain, just like the quad was. So if it was a major tear or bad, I would know. We would know. I mean, I wouldn't be able to walk on it, but it hurts like a motherfucker right now. I'm trying to act like it's not that bad, but it hurts.
Just think about it. Just think about it. Lately I've been skeptical, silent when I would used to speak, distant from all around me. The witness me failing become weak. Life is overwhelming. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I love to be the one to disappoint you, but I don't fall down. But you don't understand when
I come back to my legs eventually, if we're still documenting this, I don't know how long this break will have to be for my legs. I need to do all single leg stuff. So all single leg deadlift, stick with Bulgarians, Cossacks, walking lunges. All my lower body stuff is, we're gonna move to unilateral stability, multi-planar stuff. And just get, the only thing that makes sense to me is just the instability and weakness in my hip, because it's on the left side, on both the posterior and anterior like sides. Like, I've had an issue on this side, I've had an issue on this side, the TFL and the IT issues, like, makes me think that I have some sort of weakness and instability in the hip, and then loading it really heavy, just slightly moving that little bit, like that's enough to strain and pop the hamstring. It's not enough to tear or do something crazy, but it's enough to strain the quad and strain the hamstring. And so I just need to address that. I need to go heavy training, not heavy loaded, heavy focus on stability and unilateral stuff. Just reinforce the hip mobility and strength. I don't think I've ever got this many injuries coming back. I feel like my boy Lane Norton right now. Shout out to Lane. Oh, I'm not even pulling good big boy weight. Super frustrating. If this journey didn't get more frustrating and difficult, it's going to be a goddamn miracle if I can show improvement from the prior month between the injuries and traveling. Jesus. That's about the only thing that'll probably make me feel good and positive about this whole situation is if somehow we manage to pull off a positive increase in muscle and or reduction in fat during this last month, it'd be impressive. No, I still do it. I still want to do it. I still want to at least see where I'm at, you know. I know better than to let whatever the results are. I mean, Jesus, I traveled 3 times and we've been hurt twice in that period of time. I can't have that high of expectations for myself. So any sort of positive progress would be good progress. And I do want to know if for some reason I went backwards, because that would be it'd be surprising if we went backwards. I think what happened is we either kind of maintained or we moved incrementally. I know we didn't make any major moves, but I want to know. And I think I want to know more because of what I've been doing with my calories, because what the results say will dictate what I do different on the nutrition side, whether I add more calories or cut. It's hard for me to cut right now, even though we've done these little mini cuts. It takes about 2,800 calories for me to hit 200 to 220 grams of protein. So if that's my cut, it's really tough to cut any further than there. If I were to cut down to say 2,500 calories, then I'm going to fall short of my protein intake unless I was eating chicken breast and asparagus and tilapia all day, which I'm not interested in that. I want to build my metabolism up enough to where my maintenance caloric intake is somewhere like 3,800, 4,000 calories, so I can cut to 3,500, cut again to 3,000, and even after 2 big cuts like that, I'll still be in a comfortable place to eat chicken thighs and steak and good meals to hit my protein intake. But if I start cutting aggressively from where we are metabolically right now, it doesn't leave me a lot of room or flexibility in the diet. I want to ramp the metabolism up so I have more flexibility, more choice, and that when I get down to where I want to be, I'm in a place where I can enjoy the foods I like to eat and still maintain, a relatively lower body fat percentage. I mean, I think I discussed already that where I'm at right now, like that 10 to 12% range, that's a happy place for me for the most part. Obviously, we're on a mission to show more than that in this, but where I'm at right now is easy for me to maintain. I mean, obviously, I can fly 3 times, get injured twice, and I'm pretty sure I didn't get worse. I'm pretty sure I'm hovering around 12% or leaner. My guess is we'll land somewhere between 10 and 12%. So we'll see. I know I'm not 9. I know what I look like when I get down to single digits. Fuck, Dylan. This couldn't be a shittier fucking docuseries ever. I can't wait for the fucking trolls too. Fucking everybody loves to see somebody fail and fall, It's like, here you go. I'm gonna serve it up on a platter for everybody.